So this video is going to help explain how to go about doing the alien periodic table activity. So when you open up the activity, you should see two pages. The first is the list of the logic puzzle prompts, or like the descriptions of the different elements. And then the second page is the alien periodic table. Now, what's really important is obviously this is not the entire normal periodic table. If we look at the shape and we look at the atomic numbers of the atoms that are listed here, so we have atomic number 1, 3, 11, 19, 37, it actually corresponds to the outlined portion I have here. So there is a lot of the actual periodic table that is not part of this activity. When you are doing this activity, you just want to focus on these particular elements. And if you get lost or are unsure as to which elements they are, you can always look at the atomic number in that chart and compare it to a regular periodic table. Okay, so the way you work this is you read one of the prompts and it'll give you some information. So let's read the first one. I'll do the first part on this video so that you can see how this works. But the very first prompt is, it says, the noble gases are bombal, wobble, gyptum, and logon. So first off, the very first thing I want to do is think about where the noble gases are. Noble gases are group 18. And again, if I look at my periodic table, my real periodic table, I'll see that group 18 starts with helium, which has an atomic number of 2, and it's all the way to the right. So this is going to be where my focus goes for this first clue. So I know that the 4 gases, bombal, wobble, gyptum, and logon, are going to fit in this particular category right here, this particular group. And then it says among these gases, wobble has the greatest atomic mass. Now, if I think back to my periodic trends, I know that mass increases as you move down the group. Okay, so if wobble has the greatest atomic mass, that means wobble is going to be at the very bottom of this periodic table with atomic number 36. Then it says bombal has the least. Well, the least would be at the top, because if mass increases as you go down, it decreases as you go up. So bombal should be right there. And then it says logon is lighter than gyptum. So since logon is lighter, it would be next, and gyptum would be last. So that completes this first clue of my periodic table, of the activity. Now, it just so happened that all 4 spots were clearly outlined in that one clue. That is not completely, or that's not always going to be the case. Sometimes you're going to have to read multiple clues to figure out exactly where an element goes. But you are going to focus on atomic mass, you're going to focus on the period that it's in, you're going to focus on if it's the heaviest or the lightest, but there is a clue that will tell you exactly where everything does go. So hopefully that will help you get started and start working through. It is useful to do this with a partner if there's another person who also wants to work on it at the same time. But really, it's just all about logic puzzle and testing your understanding of the different parts of the periodic table.